After all this time, I was finally accepted to the university of my dreams. We are pleased to inform you have been accepted at the Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. And I plan to turn this student into a wizard so dark, it'll make this guy look like Princess Peach.
Let's go.
I like that.
So join me down my dark path as I try to become the most evil sorcerer the wizarding world has ever seen. Alright, well, this looks exciting. Alright, so I guess we can pick our characters. I probably want to look a little bit kind of like me, maybe.
Why? Why?
Oh, probably not. Looks like the Twilight dude a little bit. No. How does this work? Oh, you can completely redesign them. Okay, so no reason to go too far.
What are you waiting for? Chinese New Year?
Okay, I'll start with this guy. Let's keep moving on. Do we want glasses? Or no glass? Oh, look at those. No, I don't need no glasses. I'm not gonna do that. Alright, let's do some hair, something similar. I think that's close to my regular hair. We can try that.
Missed it by that much.
Scars? Oh yeah, we're gonna have some cool stuff on his face here. Oh, right there. That's pretty hardcore. We scarred up his face real good. That's nice. I mean, do we care what his eyebrows look like, really?
That was quite something.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Oh, yeah.
I am indeed a student, but I could very well be able to help you. It was wonderful. I believe I'm really going to enjoy this class.
Okay.
That's a deep voice for a 14-year-old, my god.
We'll play normal for now. Let's see what happens. What's my character's name? Obviously.
Oh, there's a big surprise!
Alright, folks, here we go. Let's do it. We're going to go and start the journey. Let's go. This will be fun. We'll see what happens. I'll be doing a recap of my first 2 hours of gameplay, so if you don't want to know what happens, then you probably shouldn't watch this, I guess. I meet my escort, Professor Fig, when all of a sudden one of his friends shows up and decides to tag along.
As long as your young charge here doesn't mind me tagging along.
Not at all, sir.
After you.
You're not invited.
So we get in the carriage, take off, but someone was watching. In the carriage, George shows us a strange container only I can see glow.
What's that glow? I don't see a glow.
The container pretty much just opens in my hands, and then out of nowhere... Uh-oh. There goes your buddy. Then the dragon eats George, firebombs the carriage, letting us fall to our death. Luckily, Professor Fig sees the key and thinks fast.
Give me your hand!
Wow.
The key transports us to a strange cave, and we decide to look around. This gives me ample opportunity to learn how to walk around, jump, and climb things. But most of all, I learn how to shoot my wand. What? Go this way? Now we'll go this way. What? Oh, you said something over there? You say something to me? No, you didn't, because you did. Oh, what? Huh? Oh, you. Boom. I didn't forget about you, though. Boom. Yeah. After I'm done playing with my wand, I touch some more shiny stuff on the wall, and we ended up in the bank. Turns out the key that we have belongs to Vault 12 in Gringotts Bank. So we head on down to Vault 12. Looks like everything is going smooth as could be until this guy stops us.
Vault 12. Momentous day.
On your way.
Once inside, our friend locks us in.
Sir, I wonder if you might... The instructions for Vault 12 indicate that I am to grant access to the holder of the key and then close the door. Wait. Best of luck.
What the hell?
Professor Fig decides this is the best time to teach me a new spell, and so I get to learn my very first spell, Revelio. To use that spell, you have to guide that little tip of light around the formation, and you can press the little buttons to help it go faster. After you learn the spell, it turns into a quick key. This one is R. At this point, I walked away from the computer, and then there was an intruder.
Whoa. What?
That was very sneaky of you.
After I got back, I touched another shiny door, and we ended up in some dark, cavernous room. I follow Fig. Eventually, we come across some more shiny stuff that reveals a statue underneath the floor. This gives me the opportunity to use my new spell.
Revelio, I presume this is what you saw reflected in the floor.
You think you're so smart because of your dumb book learning.
The statue appears, but the reflection is facing the wrong way. We discovered it moves with the light source, so I had to learn another spell. Luminous. And now I'll never need to buy a flashlight ever again. I use my new spell to get the reflection in sync with the statue, and then for no reason at all, he wants to fight me. Uh-oh. Here we go. Now we gotta fight somebody. Or a lot of somebodies? We go through some combat training, and yeah, your boy takes a couple of lumps here and there, but for the most part, we barely broke a sweat. Next time, try harder. We got him, bro. Me and you, we straight OG, ride or die.
I'm a bad man! You hear me?
Yeah. Oh, it's dark. We're screwed. Fig disappears, then Tinkerbell and her pixie friends lead me to some more invisible shiny magic on the floor. This leads to more angry statues that want me dead. I'll be honest, Fig must have handled most of that last fight because I got my butt handed to me here. I had to use all my potions. Almost completely died in a tutorial.
How much more can you stink?
But I finally figured out how to block properly, and after that, those statues came a-crumbling down. After the battle, I use my magic to reveal a door to a brand new room. And of course, I step inside. Always pick up floaty things in the middle of nowhere. Then a door opens, and look who finally decided to show up. Thank you very much, Professor Fig. But he makes up for lost time quickly by dropping some knowledge.
That is a pensive for viewing memories.
Strangely, without hesitation, we dip our faces into some ancient stagnant water. Diddly-doo, 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 diddly-doo. And are whisked away into the memory of the creators of this challenge that we've begun. The only pertinent info in this dream is that the person that completes these trials will get some really cool info. Meanwhile, in the real world...
I was right.
Uh-oh.
Ranrock.
So in walks this angry little goblin, Ranrock. And here's a quick character check on your boy, Ranrock.
And you didn't have them.
How rude!
Tempers flare, but the goblin gets the best of Professor Fig. This alerted the local security team, and Ranrock had some splaining to do. Oh gosh. This timely distraction allows me to find another shiny hidden magic door, which we pass through just in the nick of time.
Lucky?
It can't be.
But it is.
It seems those who
Hogwarts.
set up the pensive, the locket, and the path to both wanted someone with your ability to end up here.
Cut to very expensive intro shot. Back inside the castle, I can't wait for a dusty old hat to tell me what I already know.
Perhaps you belong in Slytherin.
For those of you wondering, I think that the hat is just making a suggestion. I believe you can pick whichever house you want, but if I want to become the most evil wizard ever, I think I have to go through Slytherin, right? I mean, of course. So Miss McGonagall, Weasley, takes us to the Slytherin dorm.
Very well.
I don't know what else that old lady did to me, but I woke up the next morning with no recollection of how I got into bed.
What's wrong with you?
So I head to the common room with 3 new tasks to meet some of my fellow students. First off, Sebastian, who you can tell right away, is not afraid to bend the rules.
Are you saying some spells aren't taught at Hogwarts? Which ones?
Well, we're digging in now.
Seems I may have met a kindred spirit. That is a conversation for another time.
All right.
It's good meeting you.
Next is Imelda, who seems to like to ride her broom a lot.
My skills on a broom are legendary. There's nothing like swerving through the spires of the castle and around the Quidditch pitch to clear the mind.
Stop it. Get some help.
Lastly, we meet a blind dude named Ominous who is a bit too braggy for my liking.
My family on my father's side are direct descendants of Salazar Slytherin, one of the 4 founders of Hogwarts.
After making some friends, Morgana Weasley gives me a book that's like a cheat code for 5th-year students.
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide.
After showing us how to use the book, which other games just call the pause menu,
That's great. Go ahead, make your jokes, Mr. Jokey.
Morgana Weasley starts getting real nosy about our trip up to Hogwarts and why it took so long. But as soon as Professor Fig shows up, she takes off. And now it's time for me to head to class. Right off the bat, this teacher's putting us on blast, making us do a levitation spell right away. Obviously, your boy can levitate whatever he wants. This makes the crazy teacher decide I need to duel my friend.
The best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
We have a pallet.
Turns out, fighting giant ancient possessed statues really does a great job of preparing you to fight school children.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
After the teacher tells us how great I am, Sebastian invites me to join an illegal dueling club.
You might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Exclusive and unsanctioned. Count me in.
As I head over to my second class, mainly a lesson on how to use a map, I really must say the graphics, the effects, just the overall aesthetics of this game are utterly amazing. Even with the little freedom I've been granted so far in this game, I find myself getting lost in some of the nuances. If a cat shows up, sometimes I pet it. Occasionally I'll just sit there and watch the paintings move around. This game already feels huge and amazing, and I'm not even through the tutorial yet. But all that talking did get me over to Charms class. We step 1 foot into class and immediately the honeys are on us.
There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
And then we meet the most Instagram-worthy, fit-pick-having teacher in Hogwarts that I've met so far, Professor Ronan.
Started from the bottom, now we're here.
Professor Ronan puts us to task to try to summon books from each other's hands, therefore we're gonna have to learn a new spell, Accio.
Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands.
Obviously, this isn't your boy's first rodeo at learning new spells, so no problem, I'm taking that book. This amazing display of magic inspires the teacher to take us on a field trip.
What better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? So why don't we have our newest student start us off?
For some reason, the professors at this school really like to call out the new kids. Oh, why don't you come and play my best student? It's something that you just learned.
You're gonna lose. You stink.
No matter, I owned this girl.
A perfect score. Remarkable.
Not once, but twice.
Very good, both of you. Well done.
Yeah, I know. Professor Ronan tells me he has a special task he's preparing for me, and I head back over to see Professor McGonagall. But first, I'm gonna pet a cat.
Heck, I'm curious like a cat.
Not one sentence out of her mouth, and she's already trying to dig out more information about Fig and I's detour.
Seems Professor Fig taught you quite a bit during your brief detour near... what was it you said? Some ruins? I'd wager there's a good deal more to your travels here than what you've told me. Isn't there?
Snitches get stitched.
Fig and I are ride or die, though, so you know I'm not gonna rat him out. Weezgonagal tells me that Ronan is actually ready for me to do my special assignment After that, I get to go to Hogsmeade. She asked me to choose between Sebastian and Nati.
I'd like to go with Sebastian.
Glad to hear it. Mr. Sallow is a capable young wizard, and he knows the area.
And I just figured the most evil choice in that one was picking someone from Slytherin, so I did.
You are an evil, evil nerd.
Once you've finished Professor Ronan's assignment, your friend will meet you at the castle doors. No time to waste. The sooner you complete your work, the sooner you can enjoy a butterbeer at the Three Broomsticks.
So I head back over to Professor Ronan.
You have a new spell to teach me, Professor.
Indeed I do, and an exceedingly useful one at that. The mending charm, Reparo.
Oh.
Fixes things right up.
Fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it!
I might have to report this guy to HR because before he'll teach me Reparo, I have to go run some tasks for him, and those tasks are go collect a couple of flying papers that he set loose on Hogwarts. Well, of course, I can do that pretty easily. I learn Reparo, and then I go ahead, go out of my way, and I fix this statue for them that I guess no one else has ever decided to fix in the entirety of its being broken at Hogwarts.
We can't undo what we've done.
After fixing the statue, I go ahead and run all the way back through Hogwarts, basically everywhere that I've been so far, get distracted by an interesting little mermaid fountain,
Oh, hot. Want to touch the hiney?
and finally make my way over to Sebastian so we can head to Hogsmeade. Next time on Fauntleroy Games. Sebastian and I are heading to Hogsmeade.
You know what, big boy? You're grown up!
I'm going to pick up my own wand, have some butterbeer, and maybe even find love among the locals. Who knows what other hijinks this lad will be up to? You'll have to check out part 2 to find out.